Well, good afternoon, folks. Nice and sunshiny here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I just put the ornaments in my mouth, and I haven't put them in there for a day, and I'm having a hard time talking. Do I talk like I have a mouthful? I do, but it's not teeth, it's ornaments. And anyway, you probably didn't think you were going to hear from me again. No way, you're not that lucky. I am very, very delinquent in what I'm supposed to be doing here and sending out my emails. I've chosen to do video emails rather than to write. I hate to write, it's easier to talk. And anyway, I shared with you before, I sold a car, delivered it. It took a week and a half to dig it out of the snowbanks. And then a few days later, we had to come out here because my wife's daughters and her had a little family reunion planned here. A couple of them didn't make it, but they're having a blast, and I'm just sitting around. And this time I happened to be where I could be in a room by myself, and so I thought, I'd try to get an email out. Excuse me. But, I'm ready to go to bed at night, even though I sit in a chair all day long or on a couch. My butt wants to get a rest. Anyway, you never know what's going to happen in life. I mean, the things that you least expect happen. And something happened to us just as we came. We were we were in actually Oklahoma, and we were doing about 82 miles an hour on the freeway, and people are passing us like crazy. It's crazy out there. But I figured, that's about as far over the speed limit as I want to get. It was 75, and usually you can get by with 80. But I had her set. It was bouncing back and forth between 80 and 81. And we were visiting in the car and back and forth. And I just took a big swig of Coca-Cola. And my wife said something smart. Well, you know what happens when you have a mouthful and you start to snort, laugh. Well, I did not want to spray that thing all over the whole dashboard because I had a whole mouthful of Coke. And so I held it in, and it went up my nose and burned like crazy, and then I swallowed it. Well, of course that hurt too because I couldn't get the air right because I was coughing, and all of a sudden I could not see. I could hear, but everything was just as black as you can have it. And we're on the freeway doing 82 miles an hour. But I don't know which way to go. I can tell something's wrong because my wife's saying, David, look out, watch where you're going, and I had no, she didn't know I couldn't see. But I just went blank like that. And, if she would have known that I couldn't see, she could have told me, veer to the left a little bit because or she probably would have grabbed the wheel too. But it sloped off, gentle slope, fairly, not too steep, but it went off about 3 or 4 or 5 feet, and then abruptly went uphill, a steep bank. And we went down in that and went up, and just about as we were getting ready to come back down off of the bank, I could see that my vision came back, and I could see that we were starting to go sideways, and we were probably going to roll. So I corrected it, I don't know what all I did, but anyway, I got it out of that slide because I angled it back down off the grass and onto the freeway again. I wasn't even going to stop, but my wife wanted to stop and look things over. Of course, when we went down in, the right front hit the bank, and so it cracked the plastic down there on the bottom of the car. And then when it went up, the left rear hit and cracked too. The plastic that they make on this, we have an 015 Kia. And but you stop and think about that. What if we were in a different area? We look at the areas all the way along. Man, if we'd have gone off here, it would have been disastrous. If my vision hadn't come back, we probably would have rolled anyway. But my vision was only gone just for a few seconds, But, it's like an eternity when you're doing 80 miles an hour and you go off the road. And you can travel quite a ways during those few seconds. And anyway, we're stiff and sore over it. I had fallen on the ice when I was hooking up the trailer and stuff and trying to get it, take that car to Cleveland where I took it. And so I was already, my neck was stiff and sore here, and down here at the bottom of my ribs, the muscles were kind of, because, when you slip on the ice, you go down hard. Anyway, so I re-aggravated all of those, and so, I'd grunt and groan and cry out in the middle of the night when I go to turn over. My wife is stiff and sore. She banged her shoulder, and anyway, but we're just fine. We didn't even slow up the pace. It's just one of those freak things. Whoever thought that you're going to black out? First, we said I passed out, but to me, if you pass out, you don't know anything. But I was totally conscious. I just could not see. And you never know what's coming around the corner. And it's the same way in a business. You never know what's going to happen to you. I never dreamed I'd go on a slump getting these videos out. But I promise you, I'm not going to be as long before I get back on here. I might miss a day here and there. But I might even make a couple of them up today, and then I can send them out during the week, when I'm traveling. We probably leave Monday and head back home. We're about 1,650 miles from home. But with my wife's health, we can only travel about 500 a day if we're lucky. And so we got to give ourselves extra time. And then we turn right around in a month, less than a month or whatever, we take the fifth wheel and go out west for a month or two. I don't know how it's all going to happen, but we don't know exactly either, but we got to get her out there for her granddaughter's graduation at a certain date. But, yeah, I'm back. And I hope you missed my emails. You never know. Some people might like them and some might. And I think most of the people on my list don't even open it. And but that's okay. That's everybody's privilege. They don't have to read emails and they don't have to watch videos. But the purpose is a certain percentage of people do. And some of them unsubscribe, some of them, they just delete it or whatever they have to do. And they might read one once in a while or watch one. But anyway, I am still working on my other thing, and that's going to pay me while I'm getting ready to run my traffic. I ran some traffic, but I think I set it up wrong. So I'm not even going to get any benefits out of what I spent. I was away from home and I didn't have all my materials to check out how to do it. And all of a sudden I decided to run the traffic because Misha had a special deal. But anyway, I've already rattled on here a while, and I'll catch you later. I'll catch you. Hopefully I'll send you another one tomorrow. I probably will have done it today, or I may end up sending this one out in the morning, and then doing some more tonight and tomorrow, because I'll be sitting here in the same room. But, you know, I kind of have fun doing these things. It's not that. It's just that I procrastinate until it's really late, and I say, oh, I'll get up early in the morning and do it, but I don't. I'm just kind of, you know, stalled out here for a while. And I can't blame tech. I could to a certain degree, but tech doesn't stop me from doing the videos, my emails. It's just that I stall out. You know, and then you've got this excuse you're traveling. Anyway, don't forget to click the button and check out the gold mine that's there if you want it. I mean, it's a fantastic situation, and you know, I'm not in the least bit disappointed in the money I've spent and where I'm at in my business, because I know that all this takes is for me to get busy and do certain things, and within the certain time, I'll be starting to see the incomes really start flowing. I'm only, you know, a month or 2 or 3 away from making, you know, enough money to give me some help doing more things. You know, right now, with the winter time, my heat bill 1 month was $560. I can't remember the exact amount, but that's a lot for heat when you only pay, that was my gas bill, and usually it's only $16 or $17 during the warm weather. It's a big difference. Of course, I have a huge house. But anyway, we will catch you in the next video, and I will be back. You're not that lucky to get rid of me that easy. Unless you delete me or whatever and unsubscribe, but you know, that's your business, not mine. And I could say, well, you're just throwing away wealth, because this has the potential, absolutely possible, and will happen if a person gets in and they do it. And I'm not doing it. Even though I'm here, I'm not doing it. I haven't been. And I am going to. I will not quit. Never quit. If I quit, I seal my fate. I stay on my little income for the rest of my life. Is that what you want to do? If you don't want to do that, click the button there, and you'll be happy you did. Bye.